All right, let's just jump right into this one. The title, it's a little intense, right? I doubt you will do it. It's a phrase we've probably all heard, or maybe, just maybe, we've even said it to ourselves. But today, we're gonna flip that doubt completely on its head and talk about how you turn a great strategy into actual real-world action.
Just four simple words. I doubt you will do it. You know, sometimes this comes from a boss or a skeptic on your team. But let's be honest, a lot of the time, the loudest voice of doubt is the one right between our own ears. And that one little thought can become this huge invisible wall that stands between a fantastic idea and a successful launch.
And that really gets to the heart of the matter. Why does this happen? Why do these amazing plans, these strategies that people pour their hearts and minds into, why do they so often just end up as a file on a server somewhere, collecting digital dust? It's a super common frustration, and we're gonna unpack it.
So, to figure this out, we first have to really look the challenge square in the face. Let's call it the I doubt it factor. It's that natural friction, that resistance, that kind of organizational gravity that tries to pull every single new idea right back down to earth. Now, this is the part where we so often get it wrong. We spend weeks, maybe months perfecting the idea, polishing the presentation until it's perfect. But the real problem, the real bottleneck, isn't the what, it's the how. A brilliant idea is just your ticket to the game. Winning, well, that's all about execution. Okay, so if execution is the whole ball game, where do we even begin? Well, you start with the plan itself, but you have to look at it through two very specific lenses. Is it going to have an impact, and is it sustainable? This is really the foundation of any strategy that's actually meant to see the light of day. So let's break that down. Impactful means it really, truly moves the needle. It makes a difference that nobody can deny. And sustainable means it's not just a flash in the pan. It's built to last, to evolve with new challenges, and to keep delivering results. It's kind of like the difference between a firework, which is awesome for a second, and a lighthouse, which is built to guide people for years and years. But here's the kicker. A great strategy, even one that's got impact and sustainability baked in, is basically dead in the water on its own. It needs power to get it moving. And I'm not talking about your job title or some formal authority. I'm talking about two secret weapons that are way more powerful: influence and relationships. And this is a really, really important distinction. Influence isn't about ordering people around. It's the art of getting people to want to move in the same direction. It's about creating this shared vision so that everyone gets on board willingly, even excitedly. That is the real engine that drives execution. So where does that kind of influence even come from? Well, it's built on a bedrock of strong relationships. You can almost think of trust as the currency of teamwork. When you have a real network built on genuine respect, people are just more willing to listen to you, to help you out, to go the extra mile. Without that, even the best idea is going to hit a brick wall of "I'm not so sure." And there you have it, all three pieces together. This is the complete toolkit. You need that solid, sustainable strategy as your map. You need influential power to get everyone excited about the destination. And you absolutely need the strong relationships that make that influence possible. They're not separate things. They're all part of one system that makes things happen. All right, now for the fun part. Let's see how this all clicks together. How does this toolkit actually work in the real world to get things done? And, finally shut down that voice of doubt. I mean, look at this. The difference is just night and day. A strategy without influence, it's just words on a page. It hits every roadblock, it faces constant resistance, and it almost always just fizzles out. But when you add that layer of influence, that same plan becomes a living, breathing movement. It doesn't just run into problems, it creates alignment to solve them. It doesn't stall, it builds its own momentum. So what does this look like as a process? It's actually pretty logical. It all starts with you, proactively building real relationships that are based on trust. Then you use that trust to cultivate your influence and get genuine buy-in for your idea. Once you have that team aligned and excited, then you can effectively drive the strategy forward. And that, right there, is how you get to real, lasting impact. And that brings us right back to where we started. We began with that nagging voice of doubt from the outside and from the inside. But now, we're not just ready to face it. We have a concrete game plan to prove it wrong with actual results. It's a simple sentence, but it's everything. These ideas we just walked through, impact, sustainability,
Influence, relationships, they're not just theory. They are real, powerful tools you can start using today. And now, they're yours.
Oh, I love this analogy. It just perfectly sums up the whole thing. A map is totally useless if your car is out of gas, right? Well, your strategy, no matter how amazing it is the map. But your influence and your relationships, that is the high-octane fuel that's actually going to get you where you want to go.
So we end right where we began, but everything's different now. That phrase isn't a challenge from somebody else anymore. It's a question for you. You've got the map. You have the recipe for the fuel. The only thing left in the equation is your choice to turn the key and start driving. So, will you do it?